I'm Jenness Cortez. In this episode of Demystifying the Masters, let's examine my painting, Conversations with a Cowboy. Looking at Frederic Remington's Stampede by Lightning, and especially at the lanky, breathless rider in the foreground, I started thinking about all the tales cowboys surely repeated again and again, to themselves and to whoever might listen. These young men arrived at every cow town, dusty, sweaty, and bone-tired, eager to take a bath and start spending their pay. In one day and night, they could blow it all on fancy boots and Stetson hats, whiskey, gambling, tobacco, and the girls they met, gathering stories at every stop along the way. I imagined sitting down with one of these young men somewhere, maybe in a bar, and listening to the litany of his undoubtedly highly embellished adventures. My painting, Conversations with a Cowboy, is my report of that imagining. In it, pictures tell the stories suggested by my research into cowboy life. What I learned was that the work of being a real cowboy was far from glamorous. The reality of dawn to dark drudgery, plus night watches, could easily outweigh its thrilling moments. As their job title suggests, most cowboys were young, most still in their teens, and in many cases, their hard work on the range marked the first time they'd ever been away from home. Contemporary accounts describe a certain bravado common among them. They reveled in the independence of a cowpuncher's life, but danger and exhaustion inevitably accompanied that freedom. That combination of danger, exhaustion, and freedom was never better portrayed than in Remington's dramatic painting. Being trapped in the midst of tons of galloping, mindless, bovine terror in the blackness of a sudden thunderstorm is surely a memorable setup for my cowboy friend's account of his heroic nerve, skill, and ultimate survival, which he accomplished against all odds. Recognizing that Remington was not the only reliable reporter of the cowboy's life, I immediately could see the supporting cast of elements to tell a compelling story through the painting, Conversations with a Cowboy. For example, Charlie Russell's In Without Knocking, at the lower left, chronicles a rowdy, alcohol-fueled stunt our cowboy will never forget. Recounting it still makes him nearly collapse with laughter again, just like he did on that remembered afternoon. Next, Alexander Phemister Proctor gives a bronze. The title of the statue is Buckaroo. It celebrates our cowboy's amazing taming of the meanest bronc this side of Yuma. And the small photos of cowboys taken at the turn of the 20th century commemorate those days when our cowboy and his buddies, dressed in their newly purchased duds, posed for the studio photographer, and they sent portraits home to family and sweethearts to show how well they were doing and to proclaim their passage into manhood. His new rifle and ammo raised his status with the boys and kept him safe on the range. Stories about how he had won big, playing poker and shooting craps, come to his mind. And then at the end of our evening, after several beers, he shares with us a look at his dog-eared pocket photo of Miss Lily Langtree, the object of the cowpoke's unrequited love. Finally, I set an 1890 Ansonia clock on the shelf below the Remington as a reminder of the fleeting lifespan of the legendary West and the passing of those humble, young, and calloused hands that shaped its myths. It also brings to this artist's mind gratitude for all the image makers everywhere who can obliterate time and make the faraway past as vivid as this present moment. Thank you for joining us. And remember, other paintings and artists are discussed in each new episode. Be well, I hope to see you again soon.
If you enjoyed this episode of Demystifying the Masters with Jenness Cortez, like it, share it, and subscribe to our channel. If you are an art collector planning to enhance your collection, we invite you to view more of the Cortez work at JennessCortez.com.